I would like to believe that this is a shipment from KZ. I did had a conversation with them for a couple of budget products, nothing too expensive to be precise. KZ ZS10 Pro 2. Now this is a interesting IM for me at least because I like the ZS12 Pro X, and this is the cheaper, slightly cheaper version of the ZS12 Pro X with 1 DD and 4 BA drivers if I'm not wrong. So yeah, this one is aptly equipped, if not more endowed. But KZ IEMs are decent at this price range. I do really like to see some carrying solution from KZ to be precise, but they are kind of redundant. They do not want to offer anything expensive or make them look expensive. In any case, this look slightly different than the ZS12 Pro X, more glossy finish to them, and plastic, or you can say resin kind of shell. Now this one has switches. I do not remember asking them to offer the switch version, but it's okay. I'm not exactly sure if this comes without switches or not, but we will see. I'll share you the initial impression within this video. So we are getting foam tips already, so that is a good thing. This kind of feels like metal, but this is plastic, or you can say resin. Nozzle depth is good. You guys can see nozzle has very good depth here. No issues with the nozzle depth or anything like that. This one is not going to be shallow or anything. Let's have a look at the cable. Now KZ has been offering those generic kind of cables with most of their products. Even though you pay $15 or even $70-$80, they come with the exactly same kind of cable. Nothing special, nothing out of extraordinary, out of ordinary to be precise. All of these are fairly ordinary. I love these tips though. These star tips are of very good quality. I will definitely not like them to change this. These are of very good quality. They have very good grip and stability inside the ear. Let's have a look at the cable. This is exactly same cable that we get with the ZS12 Pro X, so nothing fancy either. Okay. One good thing is no microphone. We do not get a microphone cable, so it's not going to add any extra modulation, distortion or anything like that. R, here is the R, and here goes the L. So this is the unboxing. I'll include the initial impression within this video. Let's have a look at the drivers if we can. You guys can see, can you guys see the drivers? Here are 2 BA drivers, here are 2 BA drivers, and here is the centrally placed dynamic driver. So looks nice. I'll include the initial impression within this video. So this is the initial impression of KZ ZS10 Pro 2. Pro 2 is not exactly same with the Pro X. Pro X has a slightly textured backplate and metallic darker shells. This one is housing the same set of drivers though, 4 BA drivers and 1 dynamic driver. Now the interesting bit is all these BA drivers, you guys can see the drivers, 2 here, compound drivers, 2 here, are all for the highs. Okay, none of them are helping with the mid-range or the lows or anything like that. There are 3 crossovers, but it's the dynamic driver that is handling the pace and mid-range, and at this point of time I'll have to say that it is doing a very good job, much better than the Hydro. I was not able to appreciate the tuning of Hydro, especially the mid-range. This one has switches too, and you guys can see they are all on the on position. So let me run you down with the switches. Okay, on means they're on. Okay, my mistake there. So all the three, okay, these first three switches are for bass, while the four is for the treble. Now the interesting bit is that push the first three on to increase the bass by 1 dB for each, and turn the 4 switch on to reduce 1 dB of treble. So the last one reduces treble while the first three increases the bass. So that's an interesting kind of switch programming here. So this is a hybrid IEM and is V-shaped. Just like most of the KZ IEMs, this is a V-shaped IEM. No issues with that. But as I said, I am liking this IEM more than the KZ Hydro, not because of its technical abilities, but it's a better balance. Okay, it has very good balance at this point of time. It is not bassy. It has better sub bass extension than the Hydro. I'm liking the mid bass punch too. Yes, all the switches are on. I'll try with different position of the switches. Maybe I'll turn off the treble switch. I want a bit more treble here. And what I'm really liking is that this time around, this is not tonally bad. Okay, unlike most KZ IEMs that are not tonally accurate, there are no issues of tonality with this one. So this is reasonably neutral, slightly, ever so slightly metallic timber, but I will forgive that. For KZ IEM, this is much better than most of the KZ IEMs, and the treble is very good. Yes, it has 4 BA drivers for the treble, and the treble is very good, airy, and the stage is big enough to be precise. So I'm liking the way this IEM is tuned at this point of time. You guys can see it's a fingerprint magnet. It collects fingerprint like crazy, to be precise. If we talk about the cable, okay, if you want to change the cable, go ahead, change the cable. This is not a great cable, to be precise. This is the generic kind of cable, and you guys can see it has a reasonable amount of stiffness to it. Not the most well behaved cable by a very good margin. If you want to change the cable, go ahead, change the cable. You will definitely have slightly better performance than this cable for sure, even though this cable is not horrible. If you do not want to change the cable, this is not going to be a problem for most of us, because this is a reasonably good cable. It's not very bad with the memory either. You guys can see, not very bad with the memory. So it's a reasonably good. If you want to change, go ahead, change it. If you don't, then it's perfectly fine. So this is the initial impression of KZ ZS10 Pro 2. Very similar to the Pro X, but slightly different cosmetically. I believe both have similar kind of tuning because they have exactly same set of drivers. So this is it. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.